So as you can see, we're back out here to the garage, but I've made a couple changes to the pickup that I didn't get on camera. I have completely removed the body. I pulled the box off of it by myself, and then I had a friend who had a skid steer come in and pick the cab up off of it. So what we're going to do from here is we're going to go in, we're going to clean up the frame rails and get this ready for undercoating. I'm going to using f150. It's durable from what I understand, and it puts an oxidation coating over the rust and keeps it from spreading, making anything any worse. So what I got to do is I got to knock any of the loose scale off of here, and then I will come over and paint it after I've done all that. So I'm going to be using a wire brush and doing that. A few other things I'm going to do. It's recommended to go in here, weld up these supports here as well. It makes your frame a little bit more rigid and a little bit more sturdy. So once I get all that stuff cleaned up, I'll go in and weld those up as well. It's been quite an undertaking. My 73 has been completely stripped down to the bone. The cab and box that were on this one were completely shot. So the body off of my 73 is going to go on the chassis here. This chassis is from a 78. We'll just throw it all together and see how she looks. I know that the body looks pretty good on my 73. I'm going to go and I'm going to put POR on the bottom of that one as well to keep it protected and keep it from rusting as well. So as you can see, I just started on this. Not doing too bad. There's a couple spots down in here where I'm going to have to find a different way to get into it. Eventually I'm going to end up taking these leaf springs out. Same with the front suspension, because I bought a 2.5-inch lift for it. So I'm basically building this pickup from the ground up. I already have a kit to redo the rear end. You see where it's got all this crud around it. It's been leaking differential fluid all over the place. I'm pulling the engine and the transfer case back out after you guys seen I just put it in there. The transfer case is going to get cleaned up, might rebuild it, and then eventually it's going to end up getting what they call a twin stick. So it's a shifter, two-part shifter. One side controls your front wheels, one side controls your rear wheel drive. So you can do it either four-wheel drive high, four-wheel drive low, front-wheel drive high, front-wheel drive low, or just rear-wheel drive high and low. So that'll be pretty interesting to see how it works. It'd be an awesome thing to use in the wintertime. But yeah. So one of the things I'm going to do here is I'm going to drive out these body mounts here and here. One thing that I've learned is that these body mounts get seized up pretty bad. So what I'm doing is I'm putting a bolt in there, and I'm just going to use the hammer and I'm going to drive it down through. I've been successful on one so far. We'll see how bad these ones are. That one wasn't too terrible. Come apart. Try this one. And that makes two. I still have to drive out the two front body mounts. Here and here. Which these are going to be a little bit more difficult. I broke off a bolt in this one and I had to cut the bolt out of this one. So I might end up having to take a Sawzall to cut those out.